Rope Trick's not a great spell. At least not at first glance. Its intended use is to give you and your party a safe place to rest for an hour, thus allowing for an easy way for you and your party to have a short rest in an area where you usually could not. That said, the cost for using this spell is a second level spell slot, and even as early as level 3, you get a spell that is much better than this one for resting. Then why is it good? Because it comes with a large versatility that is great as a panic button for many situations. Before we begin, it is important to understand what Rope Trick is and what it does. As such, here is what Rope Trick is. Rope Trick states, you touch a length of rope that is up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra-dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. The extra-dimensional space can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller creatures. The rope can be pulled into the space, making the rope disappear from the view outside the space. Attack and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the extra-dimensional space, but those inside can see out of it as though it was a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on the rope. Anything inside the extra-dimensional space drops out when the spell ends. As you can see, the spell seems rather limited, as it lacks no physical bearing on the material plane and thus usually loses a lot of the utility and combat aspects needed in a spell. That said, we'll be going over why this is good by talking about the uses of Rope Trick as well as why panic spells such as this are great to have. Here we go. So let's go over why emergency spells are important. Featherfall, Misty Step, Fireball, these are indispensable spells that a lot of people have for given situations. These are indispensable because in certain situations, these are the key to get you out of a sticky situation. Falling from a 50-story building and plummeting to your doom? Featherfall. Surrounded by hordes of enemies and no way to take them out one by one? Fireball. And all these times, they are great for certain situations that on the off chance happening are life-saving. Emergency spells are the quintessential part of spellcasting because they allow spellcasters to do what non-spellcasters can't do. Significantly alter the area around them. And that is why Rope Trick is so important, because it allows you to be able to escape many a bad situation. Rope Trick has a plethora of uses that are too many to list for one video. As such, to show you its usefulness, we're just going to give you 10 great ones. In a situation where your party can't be seen, use Rope Trick and hide from sight and still be able to see and listen to what is going on in the room. The party needs to get to a spot 60 feet up or less in the air. Use Rope Trick and have a rope that can climb to any spot in an elevated position. Need a safe place for your party to heal in combat? You guessed it. Rope Trick allows pesky dragon breaths and fireballs to not be able to hit the party or NPCs who are in need of healing or protection. Falling to your doom, like 500 feet plus falling? Rope Trick stops your descent and gives you an hour to fix the situation. How about this? A room filling up with poison or water and you need a little bit more time? What do you know? Rope Trick for the win by going into an extra dimensional space that is filled with clean, fresh air. Or how about one tactical cover in an empty room? Create a space for you to hide in with Rope Trick. Or trying to hide questionably gotten goods? Then a small Rope Trick can be a perfect way to hide items off your person if being inspected. Here's another one for you. Need to securely hold someone or something in place. Tie it up with rope and let the Rope Trick hold them there. It's great for interrogations over cliffs. Looking for a way to hide from those with detect magic, locate object, or any other divination spell? Hop into your Rope Trick, pull the rope up, and be immune to divination effects that require you to be on the same plane of existence, which I'm going to be honest, is most of them. And finally, how about you need a safe place to do a short rest? Use the spell as intended and have a safe place to rest. As you can see, Rope Trick is a great low-level spell that allows you to teleport to a safer location, much like the very popular spell, Misty Step. Now, all these are not going to be crucial in every campaign. These all have one thing in common, which is removing something from a situation. Teleportation spells are a fantastic way to use as an emergency spell. The reason why is because this allows you or an item to be removed from a situation too dangerous for it to be in. The big downside of these spells is that they are usually too high in level cost or take too long to cast to be used reliably. Therefore, having a second level spell like Rope Trick in your back pocket allows for you and your party to escape a dangerous situation. Furthermore, even while this may be a temporary escape, this gives you an hour for you and your party to build an actual escape that will get you guys away from the danger permanently. To show you this, here's a few common threats that Rope Trick circumvents. Divination spells, as they target creatures on the same plane, dragon breaths and other AoE attacks, about to be discovered by something that would kill you or severely harm you, unknown traps where something bad is about to happen, or surprise situations where the floor is lava or gone. Again, while these are not all the applications for avoiding a threat, this should get your brain thinking here a little bit on what your caster can do when at will they can remove themselves and the party from any situation. For this reason, Rope Trick has become a staple in my caster classes, as it gives me and my party the much needed time to escape any situation. As you can see, Rope Trick has a large array of versatility that meets most players' needs. It can A, remove your party from imminent threats, B, allow your party to go unnoticed in many encounters, or even C, just give you guys a short rest in an area where it's too dangerous to usually take one. Not only that, but there are many uses to the spell that are only limited by what your brain can come up with, making this great for utility playstyles. Sadly, there are many spells that just go underneath the radar to the flashy spells or the ones bragged about in a lot of the guides you see. Hopefully, this video has shown you that while not popular, there are still many great spells out there. Let me know in the comments down below of what your favorite spell is that's not popular and why. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying my content, and as always, may all your rolls be natural.